Some of you may be familiar with The Rise of the Creative Class. Do you know that book by Richard Florida? Came out a few years ago, in which Florida makes the case that in the old days, prior to 1960, there really were two types of enterprise. There was the service sector, and then there was the manufacturing sector, 50-50, pretty much. But when the 60s kind of happened, and the Cultural Revolution, that Cultural Revolution began to occur, a new class sprang up, the creative class, people who made money with their minds. This can be artists, it can be musicians, it can be architects, it can be consultants, it can be anybody who cooks up something in their head and can monetize it is a member of the creative class. And really it's about 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And the creative class is what drives an economy, because what we create in our heads, and we're all in the creative class, what we create in our heads is what the manufacturers build and what the service sector services. It's our ideas. So we drive the economy. So smart communities ought to be about trying to get more creative class individuals into their town, right? Smart economic development, not us, them, should be trying to make downtowns cool. And that's the whole Richard Florida thing, that today's young professionals will go to a destination because they like the destination and then find something to do as in work. Whereas their boomer parents, we went where the jobs are. Now, over the past 6-8 months, the Richard Florida creative class thing has changed a little, because now we'll go wherever there's a job if we have to. But in a good economy, that's not the way we do it anymore. And so smart economic development is not about building, office parks and incubators and doing all this traditional stuff. It ought to be about making our downtowns cool. So here's the key. Anybody here familiar with Rebecca Ryan? She does generational research. She's fabulous. If you ever get a chance to go see her, go see her. She does these things called radar charts. And this is a way to data map 8 different points on anything. But she does it to map a community and what people like and don't like about a specific community. So in a radar chart, number 3, where it's pushed way out from the center, means you love it. But something like 7, where it's crunched in, you don't like it. So whatever it is, and it doesn't make a difference which each one of these is, that is what a young professional likes about Nashville. Okay? This is what a boomer likes about Nashville. As you can imagine, all the lines cross, right? Because boomers and young professionals, we have nothing in common, right? Nothing in common. You buying that? That's what they tell us. We're completely different. Take boomer off, lay empty nest boomer, all the lines match. Like it says children make us bored. It's true. The minute we become empty nest boomers, we want to do the same things we did before we had kids. We want to go back to the clubs, we want to go back to trendy restaurants, we want to be out having fun, doing. I became an empty nest boomer about 1.5 years ago. And my daughter came back from school middle of October to see her friends, not to see us. And she's downstairs in the TV room watching TV with her friends. It's about 10 o'clock in the evening. I go peeling through the family room, jacket over my shoulder, heading for the garage, and she goes, "Where are you going?" "I'm going out to the club to see Mike play." "You go out?" No, we didn't while she was home. A lot of us don't. A lot of us lead very boring lives when we're in child rearing. So I say this is our Trojan horse. Is what we want, many of us, are empty nest boomers, because they've got the propensity to travel, they've got the revenue to travel, and they're going to like our towns, they're going to like what we got. Well, if we hook up with economic development, we want the same things, because their target should be creative class. Our target, probably it's empty nest boomers. It's a beautiful thing. So I think that there's some real opportunities for us to become much bigger than just destination marketers.